Hi everyone, so today I wanted to discuss an issue regarding using these weights belts, okay? What they're actually used for and the goods and the bads for them, and how I think people are misusing them, or perhaps kind of not really understood the purpose of a belt, okay? So first of all, a belt is not there to correct bad form while you're training, okay? So I see people using them at the gym. They come in, they wrap the belt up, and they're going to a deadlift and they're still rounding their back, they're still shrugging their shoulders forward, that sort of thing. And they're starting from set one all the way to their normal set. They're literally coming to the gym and just use it for every single exercise. That's not what a belt is for. A belt is definitely not to protect your lower back from bad form or anything like this. Its main purpose of the belt is so that your stomach, okay, and your core is braced inside this belt, okay? So you tack it in, you wrap it around yourself and you breathe in, okay, and then back out so you can brace out. So effectively this becomes your compression chamber, okay? So your air and your pressure from the abdominal core is contained, and you have a bracing surface, which is the back, and all around the belt. This will increase your power, okay, for a 1 RPM, 2 RPM, or something like this, okay? So it's a great tool in order to be able to provide or break a plateau in order to continue to increase a load or a compound exercise. Normally it will be used for a squat, an overhead press, some form of deadlift, whether it's Romanian deadlift, stick deadlift, just standard deadlifts, that sort of stuff. It's not really required for anything else. Anything else, your core should be strong enough. And if you're using it, you know, even on light lifts, then you're making yourself a little bit lazy, okay? So so effectively, you know, by using the belt, it'll allow you to push some weights forward safely because it allows you some bracing. Now, if you don't know what bracing is, please send me a DM and I'll explain the concept of bracing, effectively having something where your body can push against, okay? So for example, a leg press would be a bracing exercise because your back, okay, your back has something to go against while you push with your leg, okay? Well, a squat hasn't got a bracing, and this is why a belt would come in, okay? So that's what the belt is for. Now, when should you use a belt, okay? Well, if you're a beginner, perhaps it's nice that you learn the technique and trying to use as much of your core as possible. So don't rush in to get in, you know, the most expensive belt, and don't try and use it to protect your lower back, because your lower back has to get strong, okay? So if you're struggling very early on, perhaps, you know, you need to look at exercises to make your spine a little bit stronger, okay? And and when should you, you know, what people say, what's the right weight to use that in? Okay, I don't know, because everyone is different. So I would say, if you're getting close to maybe 80–85% of your load, and you're looking to increase that load, yes, use the belt. If you're looking to maintain that load, try and have a week where you go without the belt and see if you can match the weight with the belt. Now, what happens is, obviously, when your squat or your deadlift gets stronger with the belt, your non-belt squat or non-belt deadlifts will also increase, okay? But sometimes it's nice to try and bring that gap so that then when you do put that forward, it just keeps going. So it is a tool to improve performance, okay? It does not help you to prevent injuries from your lower back if your form is wrong. That cannot be fixed. That has to be done by your biomechanics and your attention to form. Okay, now this is a simplistic way to explain the belt. There's much more behind it. There's various type of belts that can be used, different thicknesses and different sizes. and in the powerlifting world, is actually got a perhaps a different, even a different structure to it. But from an aesthetic perspective, and from a safety perspective, and from a hypertrophy perspective, you know, I think I've covered the main points. Thank you very much.